Guys, welcome back to another tech video. This is Luigi and this are the brand new AirPods Pro 2. Let's get right into them. The new AirPods Pro 2 came out a few months ago with the iPhone 14 series. Physically they haven't changed very much, but apparently they have changed a lot in features, quality and just overall experience. This is my very first pair of AirPods Pro as well, so I don't have a previous generation of AirPods Pro, never used them. Never had until literally I own this, so I don't really know how to compare them to the previous ones. But from all the videos that I've watched, apparently these are way better and they do hold up to some pretty good reviews. So let's start with that. Start with the case. You get a MagSafe charging case that comes in this pebble shape in a glossy white with added speakers at the bottom of the case, so if you ever lose your AirPods case, you can use the Find My app and have the case make a sound, so it's easier to find. The case got also added a lanyard loop on the side, so you can add something to them, so you can have them either attached to your keyring or something like it, so you can keep them around you and not lose them as often if that's what happens to you. One thing I will say about the case is very easy to scratch. Is with this glossy white on the case and the pebble shape as well, I usually used to put my AirPods case with my keys on the same pocket, and at first I didn't notice it and I was actually quite surprised. I was like, oh, they actually don't scratch very much, but once it started to get in the sun and you actually see it against the lights, there's a lot of scratches, which I'm not really happy about. Again, I'm not thinking of selling these headphones. I'm probably going to keep them because they're really good. I really like them for all the features that it has, which we'll talk a little bit more about it in just a second. But that's the only downside of it. The case is really small, as you can see. It fits in that little weird pocket in your jean pockets as well, so it really fits nicely there, which that's what I use every time I wear jeans. It has a really nice satisfying clicking sound as well, which is lovely, so you can hear that. It just makes that lovely sound, and like I say, they're very small, very practical, very portable, and you can barely even feel them when you have them on your pockets, which is amazing for a wireless headphone case. Let's talk about the actual AirPods Pro itself. The actual earphones hasn't changed much in terms of design. You still get the stem going down your ear. You still get the silicone tips on the inside. Now you get 4 sizes for your silicone tips. So you get extra small, small and large in the box, but you also get the medium that are already attached to the earphone itself. And then you can use these different sizes on your iPhone when you're first setting up your AirPods to then get the best features, and then making sure that you get in the nice isolation so you can enjoy the full experience. So the stem on the AirPods, they do have a little gap between the bottom of the stem and pretty much the top of the stem before it makes into that little round thing that goes into your ear. So there's a little gap there, like a little space for your fingers, and that's where all the touch controls are. Touch controls, I believe, wasn't on the previous AirPods, so now you have them on the current AirPods Pro 2. Which you get touch control for volume, for turning on and off your noise cancellation, skipping songs, pausing it, and obviously to call up Siri if you have an iPhone, which you probably will do have an iPhone if you're buying an AirPods Pro or if you're watching this video. If you're not, don't worry, they're still pretty good even if you don't have an iPhone. Things that I have with the touch control is that now with a slightly gap on the stem, it's quite hard at first to figure out where the gap is and how hard to touch it or how hard to tap it or kind of what you have to do with your fingers to really get used to it. But once you get used to it, probably after a week, it's really easy to figure it out. And then the touch control is really fast. There's really not much latency and it reacts pretty quick. So whatever you do, whether it's swiping up and down, tapping, touching, holding it, it definitely reacts pretty much right away. So there's not really a lot of latency between the AirPods Pro and your iPhone or your device that you're using. Now let's talk about the things that you probably want to hear the most and you probably came to this video for, which is noise cancellation and overall quality of the earphones. These are by far one of, if not the best earphones I've used for noise cancellation and for music quality and just overall experience of the earphones. They're very comfortable to use, they're very light, and they're just absolutely outrageous. Noise cancellation is really good, like scary good, and they're kind of on par with my Bose 700. I think my Bose 700 is slightly better than the AirPods Pro, but again, those are over-ear headphones, so you get that extra isolation with it. But the AirPods Pro noise cancellation is really good, so I usually use them when commuting to work, so either if I'm walking to work or if I'm out either commuting on public transport when you put noise cancellation on, it's really good, like scary good. You almost don't hear, you don't hear anything, which is pretty much the whole point of noise cancellation, but it's scary good for something that small. But with the noise cancellation mode being that good, that is actually quite scary, and sometimes you cannot tell what's going on around you. Apple has brought a feature which has been around for quite some time in some other earphones, but I believe it's been brought up into the AirPods Pro for the first time this year, which is the adaptive transparency mode. It will use the same microphones that the AirPods are using to do the noise cancellation, but pretty much just let the noise that your AirPods Pro, or in this case might be your iPhone, thinks that will be noise that will be good to know that's around. So whether if you're walking past construction zones, or if you're walking past kind of like really busy roads, or there's sirens around you, then the AirPods Pro will let in just enough noise for you to notice that. So it won't let in a full noise, and you will be able to just not have noise cancellation at all, but just let enough noise through so you can hear either the sirens coming through of an ambulance, or if you're hearing like an announcement at an airport or a train station, which is actually works. So I recently traveled to the Netherlands, and I was wearing my AirPods Pro at the ferry, and I had them in noise cancellation full on. So every time an announcement was made, my headphones would let in just enough noise for me to notice there was an announcement being made. So I could either take them off or turn the noise cancellation off for just a second so I could listen to the announcement, and then be able just to put it back. But it's actually quite smart, because at least you don't have to fully turn off your noise cancellation mode off, and you can still get that noise that you really want to listen to. Like I said, mostly for if you're in a busy road and you're always listening to cars go by, it will let enough noise through so you know there's cars around you. Like I said, construction zones, at airports, train stations, you can hear announcements. But yeah, it's really good. And it's one of those things that you think they're not going to be useful, and they're not. It's kind of like a bit gimmicky, but it actually does work, and it actually makes a lot of sense, especially when the headphones are that good at noise cancellation. I've also seen on Twitter that by using adaptive transparency mode at concerts or festivals, it will let just enough music through, or enough noise through at a reasonable kind of like volume level, so it still protects your ear, so you can still enjoy all the music but at a lower volume while wearing your AirPods Pro. This is something I haven't tried, but I've seen it on Instagram, I've seen it on Twitter, and I've seen it on YouTube as well. So it does work. Obviously now with that, it's great, because then obviously you can go to music festivals or concerts, put your AirPods on, then your phone and the AirPods Pro with a new H2 chip will do all the work. You'll be able to enjoy the music at a lower volume, and then so you don't have to worry about your ear health, and your obviously keeping your ears healthy for the longevity. Going from adaptive transparency mode, now let's go into full transparency mode. This is something that now I realize why people love using the AirPods Pro all the time, never takes them off. One, because they're really comfy, but two is because the transparency mode is as ridiculously good as the noise cancellation. Noise cancellation takes all the noise out. The transparency mode is almost, you feel like you have a bit of a heightened hearing aid kind of thing, like it just heightens your hearing for some reason. I still don't like wearing them all day. I still don't like talking to people with them on, even though I can hear them perfectly, so I just take them off. But transparency mode is really good. It definitely lets all the noise, it uses all the microphones that the earphones have, and it just lets all the noise in. You can hear from all the wind, you can hear everything. It literally is, like it says, transparency mode. But yeah, transparency mode, the best way to describe it is it's just as good as the noise cancellation. So audio quality, this is something that obviously is going to be different for everybody. I'm not an audiophile. I just enjoy the AirPods and enjoy music and enjoy watching entertainment and all that type of stuff. Audio quality is top notch for what I need it, which is mostly podcast, music and entertainment, which I probably describe what everybody needs it, but mostly podcast and watching videos as well. Is really good. I really feel like there's some really nice and crispy sound with human voices when you're using your AirPods Pros, or with podcasts. It really makes it enjoyable to listen to podcasts with the AirPods Pro, which is really nice. And then when watching entertainment, obviously with these AirPods Pro having spatial audio as well, especially when watching things on Disney Plus, like probably like any of the Star Wars movies, you really get to feel the spatial audio quite a lot coming through different waves and coming through, like hearing in the background noises a little bit, the dialogue's a little bit louder, but then still being able to hear things that are going in the background of the dialogue. So the spatial audio is really nice. I don't see that much difference with when it comes to music with spatial audio. Like, again, I'm not an audiophile, but I can definitely tell the difference of the spatial audio when watching movies on any streaming services. Really one of the best earphones I've ever worn, really high quality music. The only thing I would kind of wish is that they have a bit more flexibility when it comes to kind of like adjusting the EQ and just being able to build something around your preferences when it comes to music. So maybe going a little bit heavier on the bass, or going a little bit heavier on different areas pretty much. But I know that's just something Apple probably doesn't want to do and just want to keep things pretty standard for everybody, which is understandable, but that would have been nice. Last but not least is the price. They retail for £249 or $299, which is pretty fairly reasonable, to be fair. You probably will see them drop down now in the Christmas time, so keep your eyes peeled. Probably on Amazon they usually go down to like £200. I'm pretty sure, I believe last year you could get a brand new AirPods Pro, obviously first generation at the time, but they were still the only AirPods Pro that existed at that time, for like £175 or £180, something like that. So it was almost like a 25% discount. So keep your eyes peeled probably for the upcoming months, but I do believe they are definitely worth the price, and they're definitely worth the £249 that I paid for. I would recommend you to get these headphones if you have an iPhone. You definitely will get a lot of the experience from an iPhone, and if you have like a Mac or an iPad, then you get obviously the whole ecosystem experience. But I believe you can still use them as normal Bluetooth headphones, and you still be able to enjoy the noise cancellation and the transparency mode if you use them with your normal Android phone. So don't not worry about that. But to get the best experience out of your AirPods Pro 2 is just make sure you have an iPhone, because I think you're going to be able to enjoy all the features from the AirPods Pro 2 a lot more if you have an iPhone or if you have any type of Apple products, pretty much. That is all for me today, guys. Just one last thing. Thank you for all the love that you've shown to my iPhone 14 review, to my Garmin Venue 2 review as well. Those last two videos have been doing really well. I'm really so happy to start making more high quality videos. I will start to, my goal now, and I'm going to put it out for you guys to know and hold me accountable, is I'm going to be making 2 videos a month of either tech reviews or tech showcase, or showing you kind of like all the tech stuff that I currently have, or I'm currently using, or I'm currently wanting to use. So I'm going to start posting 2 videos a month around tech. Hopefully I'm going to stick to the schedule of posting on the second and the last Tuesday of every month. So this week, this will be the first video of November, and then the second video of November will be an exciting one. So I'm really looking forward to showcasing this. But yeah, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the very next one. See ya. Peace. Goodbye.